Welcome back to Guzzi, and today we're going to be cooking about. Yes, I've got these out of retirement because I wanted to just try something out. As you may remember, it's fairly complicated over here with twin carburetors and twin petcocks and some nasty old brittle green and black, can't even see it, tubing, which I think should be red, and it seems to be, when I measured it, it's about 7.5 mil. And this stuff that I just happened to have kicking around is only 5 mil, but it's much more flexible. And as you can see, it fits on nicely and good tight fit. So I like that. Don't think I've got enough, but of course we can always get some more. So I think what we'll do first is disconnect it from the carburetors, there and there, and then work out how much we need. So there it is in its entirety. As you can see, the left goes to right and right goes to left, i.e. the left petcock goes to the right carburetor and vice versa. Somebody's already replaced one section. This, I mean, does that really mean it's original? I don't know. Anyway, diameter 8 by 13, yeah. And no, we don't have enough. But I'm not sure that we need this crossover connection metal piece at all, honestly. All it is two pipes welded together. And so I think we'll just keep it simple. My personal preference with fuel pipes is the less connections you've got, the better, because the less possibility of leaks you can have. And whether the left has to go to the right and vice versa, I don't know, really. I mean, maybe it's better flow that way. I don't know. We'll stick to it though. A little bit hasty there. So this piece, actually, there is a join in the tubing itself between the two pipes. So I guess that ensures some kind of even flow. I mean, don't know quite how effective that would be. All right, we'll keep that piece. I don't really want to, but, and to make sure we get a decent seal on it, we're going to be using these fancy clips my mate Ricky Booby likes so much. I don't know if we've got the right size for this tubing. Yes, we do. Lovely. Yeah, so you just crimp them up with this here crimper. Turns out we have just enough. So we're going to start with the two shorter pieces, and then of course do the rest when we got some kind of fuel tank to put the other end onto. So I've just cleaned up that with a little bit of wire brush and a little bit of degreasant on the rag, because I can't be bothered to use that. No. It's too much hassle. Would have taken longer and probably not done the job as well. Or not, I don't know. If you see the episode on the exhaust system, you'll find out that I'm not particularly impressed with that sonic cleaning process. Yes, that was a result of my first attempt. My first 2 attempts. Okay, let's fit these pipes up then. So we're going to slip that on the end there. Slip the whole thing onto there. Whoop. Oh, now it's not baggy, is it? That's not going to fit. Too small. So they were just too tight. They were 10 to 12 mil, and what we obviously need, this is like a 12 mil outer diameter. So what we needed was like a 12 to 14 mil to be able to get it over them. So I'm going to be using one of these instead. A whole bag of this stuff. Yeah. So you literally just hold them open with the pliers, slip them over and along over the lip there. That'll do, about there. Let it go. They're actually, they don't look like they should do the job very well, but they do. I've had good experience with these. So that'll do for those two. We'll probably get some of these type boys before we actually put it back on the bike. So we'll get to that later. Slight change of plan with the actual fuel line itself, which I'll explain in a minute. But as you can see, these are not the same length left and right, because on the right hand carburetor the outlet is there on the right hand side, and on the left hand carburetor it's there on the inside. So to get the cross piece to be vaguely in the middle, one needs to be longer than the other. And then of course likewise when we get to the petcocks, wherever they end up, they will also be slightly different lengths. So I just want to make sure it's kind of in the middle there. I think we might need to make them a little bit shorter still. So change of plan was I went for a slightly thinner wall on the pipe itself, which means that we can now use one of these boys, slip it down there and clamp it up. Let's hope it's not too big now. If it is, it will just fall off. That's perfect. Nice fit. So I think that's the fuel lines kind of taken care of as much as we can at the moment. We'll obviously finish them off once we've got some kind of fuel tank to attach them to. Let's have a look at the oil lines. As you know, I had this kicking around from the R6, a rather nice fetching and suitably red oil catch can. Rather nicer than the current non-standard Guzzi oil catch tank. Let's get rid of that. Oh, I see some more red pipage in our near future, as I do up here, as I started to kind of demonstrate. This is very complicated, made more so by the accumulation of electronic devices also situated in this area. I have found, I think, a combined regulator rectifier which will replace that unit there. I know it's got nothing to do with fuel, and that unit there. So we'll be doing that. Might find a different location for the coils. There's one there, and then there's one there. So I guess I better get all that clubber out of the way in order to get to the oil lines. I still haven't found out how the hell do you fill this bike up with oil, actually. Anyone got any ideas on that? Anyway, we definitely need to do something about these oil lines because they're pretty horrible. So I think that'll probably be another episode, honestly. We found this boy down here, which is that boy there. And then there's this whole kind of junction box of oilage. But to get to all that stuff, as I say, we need to kind of give ourselves some breathing room, which involves electrics. So maybe that's what we start looking at next. Meanwhile, we've sorted out our AirPods and our fuel lines. It's all going to look a lot prettier. Not sure what we're going to be looking at next time around. I've been busy on lots of things as usual. Exhaust system be the frame. So do tune in again to find out. So if you thought the video was any good, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, subscribe down here somewhere. And encourage others to watch my lunacy.